Did you see it? The debut of the masked luchador that Chad Gable overnight, out of the blue,
had trouble with luchador.
Yeah, just grew a disdain, a pure outright hatred for luchadors, just out of nowhere. And now we have the debut of Penta. He is in the house. He's here. He's in the WWE. We just did a whole thing on AEW's foundation and the way that they do their business. I'm going to bridge that here. Fuck AEW for being a fucking bold-faced liar, a two-faced, no-good son of a gun, because they kept telling me that they wanted to be different from WWE. And in the end, when the business really hit, they found out it's all the same shit. So Penta debuted in the WWE, but for the record, it was supposed to be the Lucha Bros.
Where's my guy?
Ray Phoenix. Yes.
Yes, that's my guy.
So here's the deal with that. It was supposed to be the Lucha Bros. Matter of fact, the original plan, if I'm not mistaken, it was going to be the Lucha Bros against the New Day. But that's neither here nor there, right? Ray Phoenix in AEW, they were the Lucha Bros together. Ray Phoenix and Penta, they're actual real-life brothers. And Ray had a few injuries in AEW. You know, that happens a lot in AEW. He went over the top rope and pile drove himself to the floor.
Yeah, he killed himself a lot.
Yeah, broke his arm a couple times. He died many, many times. Overall, he spent a large chunk of his contract not in the ring because of his injuries.
Yeah.
Normally in wrestling, contractually, whenever that happens, they have what's called a health timeout. So the contract freezes.
Cutting you off, buddy.
Yeah, the contract freezes from the point of injury to the point of return. So if you have let's say you got 24 months left in your contract, about 2 years, right? And you get hurt, break a leg or some shit. You're out 8 months. All right? That contract does not go from 24 to 16. It's still at 24. So when you start performing again, that's when the 2 years pick up.
Are you slow walking me to the fact that he's stuck in AEW for a little bit longer?
No, but see, here's the thing. Vince used to use that loophole all the time. All the time. He would just hold motherfuckers hostage in the company. No, you're going to work for me for the exact term you said you would, and blah, blah, blah. Tony and a lot of people from AEW would look at that and they would go, bullshit, what a fucked up thing to do. He couldn't help that his leg was broken and da-da-da-da. You should let him go. So now it's AEW's turn to do the right thing. And you know what they did? They heard Penta and Ray Phoenix were going to leave and go to WWE, which at the time of conversation was rarely ever done. You know why? Because a lot of AEW talent isn't being asked to go to WWE. But in this case, they were asked. They were being looked into, and AEW said, well, we can't do anything with Penta. His contract's coming up, and he's fulfilled his agreement. But Ray has not.
Nowhere, buddy.
Ray is not. So if you're going to rob us of talent, we'll give you Penta, but you ain't taking the Lucha Bros. So they kept his ass under contract. He can't even negotiate with WWE at this point. Then to make it worse, they got pissed that they even negotiated with WWE, and now they've iced him. He's at home. They're counting the days. They're saying, no. The clock is ticking on your contract. It'll go up when it goes up, but you're not going to be on our television. We're not going to help you promote WWE on our TV.
So they're punishing him?
They're punishing him. So he's at home. So Penta made his big debut.
He'll be nice and rested when he comes back.
Yeah. And Penta makes the big debut here on Monday Night Raw. Can I say this out loud? I know that because there was a lot of hate online because there was a match announced for Netflix last week with the debut where it was supposed to be Rey Mysterio and a mystery partner against the New Day, and the match got scrapped altogether. There was a rumor that was supposed to be Penta's debut, Penta and Rey Mysterio against the New Day, but the match got scrapped. That's when they came up with the last-minute idea that Chad Gable all of a sudden hates Mexican wrestlers.
Yeah, and just said, he went racist for the company.
Yeah. I could be a douchebag white guy for a couple minutes to set up next week. Sure, let's go. So he did that, and they set up the match for this week. And I gotta say, I like this idea way better than I like the tag match because I'm a big Chad Gable guy. Big Chad Gable guy. I will die on this hill. He's top 5 one of the best wrestlers on planet Earth. I'll put Chad Gable anywhere on any.
I won't disagree with that. That man can work.
He can fucking work.
I think he's stuck in a weird gimmick right now that he has to work through, but he's making that gimmick work.
No, but yeah, I was gonna say, he's making that shit work. This motherfucker survived.
Which is proving more to your point.
Yeah,
he's gonna be big. He's got a pretty good career coming up if he keeps it up.
Yeah,
he's earning his spot.
He is so good. He's in great shape. He's got to me, in my opinion, he's got the right stable around him now. These are much more serious athletes. In this current situation with American Made, he's kind of become a lot more serious. They still do the jokey comedy stuff like they did with the luchador thing. You know, luchadors are losers or whatever it was he said. He's still kind of nonchalant funny, but he's not doing the goofy dances and all that other stuff he was doing before. So we're taking it more seriously. I didn't notice until this show that the American Made theme is a remix of Kurt Angle's. I didn't realize that. Because they made, I didn't, you know why?
They're trying to sublime you. They're trying to sublime you.
Yeah, well, you know why I figured it out? The fans figured it out because they started doing the "You Suck" chants.
They're like, oh, this works.
Yeah, it fit. Right, exactly. It fit. So we were like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. It was a "You Suck." So you saw the debut. I already said before he debuted, I loved his AEW theme so much. I knew whatever they were going to give him wasn't going to live up. I liked the entrance. There was a lot of care put into the entrance, especially with the fire and the look. It was a whole cool look. I'm not really sold on the theme. I didn't really like the theme too much. I don't know if I'm being a dickhead about that.
So is this their way of like slowly chipping away at the tag team situation?
What do you mean?
That's what it looks like. I mean, they're
with the Lucha Bros
trying to slowly build on having an actual competitive tag team division.
I think.
Why else would you bring the Lucha Bros? They're coming.
Yeah, well,
we're gonna wait.
This is also, they definitely want to bring in Rey Fenix, but this is also on the heels of them getting the guns. So, like, I think we're past
LTR.
I think we're past the point of taking 2 random stars and making them a team. As opposed to going out and just getting established teams.
Think of the stories we can run with some tag team. Like, tag team would be good. I don't dislike tag team, but tag team gets a bad rap when like you said, you do a mashup with people just to drive some type of storyline, or you end up having to do I wouldn't mind a 4-on-4 when 2 and 2 of each one is an actual tag team. Every once in a while, I wouldn't mind, but when it's just a cluster, a menagerie of like different wrestlers, I'm not following anything. You know what I mean? There's no canon here. This isn't gonna bleed into next week. It is what it is.
Would it be too much to ask for something like Lucha Bros versus the Guns at SummerSlam? Like, how fucking insane would that be? Or like, or like DIY.
There's not enough time though.
No. There's not enough time at all. But I'm just saying, with all of the influx of talent from the outside coming in, we're getting new matchups here. DIY and the Lucha Bros. You can do individual stuff. Penta and Ray.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different opportunities to do some crazy, and they're not done looking. Not only are they finally bringing in some of the more established indie talent, but their NXT system has guys coming up now where it's just like, holy fuck. We
need to do, and it's got me thinking, but we really do need to do a recap on towards Mania of a recap on some of the storylines where they took some people. I want to do something on Cody Rhodes and his run. I want to do something on Chad Gable. He's one I really want to talk about because at the start of the year, they kind of put him in a hole. And I ain't going to hold you.
He wrestled his way out of it.
He
wrestled his way out of it. This motherfucker used to be Shorty G, and he's still here doing shit.
Bro,
I'm telling you, man.
They're doing good. There's some goods and there's some bads, and I would love to make it like a seasonal recap thing, maybe.
Well, first and foremost, we're beating around the bush. The match itself. What did you think of the match between Penta and Chad Gable?
It was good. It was nice to see him. I'm assuming he's never like, was he one of those people that just kind of like never wanted to go to the WD? Like, you got to give me some, because I know it's a big deal that he's there.
Right. So I don't think it was a situation of him never wanting to go. I especially after the promo he shot on Monday, he's been trying to get here for forever. The problem with both the Lucha Bros and WWE is the people who were running it at the time. You have to think about the style of things. Penta and Ray aren't what you would call traditional mat workers.
Right.
They love the art of improvisation, and they'll do shit to you don't know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just, when they get into a match and they're feeling it and they're flowing with it, shit happens. And between Ray killing himself and Penta's had injuries, they had a reputation for a while of either getting hurt a lot or hurting other people. So there was a long time where, especially when they were in Mexico, where they were probably one of the hottest teams on planet Earth, and they just couldn't get a look anywhere. And then Penta, I believe, took the first really big leap by going to the big breakout for Penta and Ray Phoenix was Lucha Underground. That was where they got their first really big national stage look, and that company wasn't ran by wrestling people. So they just let the wrestlers do whatever it is they wanted to do, and they were just smoking through people in matches. They were just fucking doing incredible shit. Nobody was telling them what yes or no. They were just going through the ringer with people, and that caught the eye of some other promotions. And then Penta would eventually go to TNA, where he actually became their champion. And Ray joined them, and then they both got signed to AEW. We know what happened there. And then now to the WWE. I'll give the WWE credit as well. During Penta's match, Michael Cole was saying that, yes, Penta is a world travel performer. He's a former heavyweight champion. This man was the former TNA heavyweight champion. He was a 2-time Lucha Underground champion. He was naming all his whole resume.
Yeah, he was doing his job and introducing him to the new fans.
That is his job. But you know what? There was a lot of times in the past where they weren't allowed to do that. You just had to be very vague, where it's just like, yeah, they've traveled all around the world. They've faced against some of the biggest competition, but now they're here in the WWE in the big time. You know what I'm saying? So like, they would be very, very vague. I remember the first time I heard them break that was when AJ Styles debuted. When he debuted, they said he was a former IWGP heavyweight champion in Japan, and I went, oh my God, you can say that on television?
Yeah. You're allowed?
This time they said almost the whole resume. They obviously left out AEW, but that's, WWE right now has a working relationship with TNA. They have a working relationship with AAA. So they're not going to talk about Penta's CMLL stuff. They're not going to talk about AEW. They're going to talk about who they work with and what they've accomplished. So they did a really good job of making him seem like a big deal. And then Chad Gable went out there and just said, "Listen, kid, follow me. I got you. I'm going to get all your shit over.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
We're about to make some magic."
So I only have 2 criticisms of that match. And my wife, who was vomiting sick mess the other day.
Really?
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, just really quickly. Alex was sick on Saturday. We had to take him to the emergency room. He was really, 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 really bad. And when we were there, she was hugging him a lot. And I said, you're next now because of that. And she was like, I know.
She didn't give a fuck.
So, yeah, baby's in need of care, so she was there. But Monday, no good, right? So she's sitting here just looking gray. She's got one eye open. And she's got a vitamin water bottle filled with nutrients and Pedialyte and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And she's sitting there watching the TV, and through her gravelly voice, we're watching the match. And Penta hit the Destroyer Mexican Destroyer, boom, flipping pile driver, bam, on Monday Night Raw. And the crowd went fucking ballistic. 1-2 kick out. And she goes, ugh, that should have been it. That was perfect. I said, I know. That was so good. And then they started doing more stuff, and now we're like, oh no, we're getting into overtime here. This is starting to drag. Come on, baby. And then they set up Penta's arm break move. I forgot what it's called, but it's a thing where he sets the guy on the side, he pulls the arm back, and he snaps it like he's going to break the arm. You got to save that. You got to save that. That's an injury angle. I mean, you got to put that move over. You can't win matches with that. You got to put people in ambulances with that. You can't. I'm dead serious because they did it at Lucha. That's how it worked in Lucha Underground. When he used that move, if he lost, if you beat him, he would jump you and he'd put you in that move and he'd break your fucking arm. He got it over as a really serious thing. He was putting out women with that fucking move. Like he was. Talk to everyone's on the internet right now. They're like, oh my God, Penta's in WWE right now. That means we have a chance to get Penta and EL Sky in a rematch. It's not going to happen. But that was like the big match in Lucha Underground. EL Sky and Penta fucking murdered each other. They murdered each other.
They had an actual match?
They had a full fucking match. They beat the teetotal shit out of each other. You gotta, when you get a chance, you get free time.
How was that not talked about more?
It was talked about all over the fucking internet when it happened, but this was years ago, like before the pandemic. This was Lucha Underground.
Okay.
So when you get a chance, YouTube that fucking match. It is insane. These two people,
Penta, they'd be stupid not to do that. There's no reason not to do that.
Of course there is. It's a big reason why they don't, and they don't want the guys beating up on the goddamn girls.
Oh, come on.
They're a bigger company. They can't afford to do it. They can't afford to do it. They like it. It's funny because Rhea could beat up Dom, but Dom can't touch Rhea. So that is what I should have pile drove them. So no, yeah. So there's a big deal there. So what was I just talking about? With the fucking the move. Yeah. So the arm break. I would have waited on that. Chad sold it great, but I mean, he sold it like he was hurt, not like broken. Like that's different. Like you should have. I was making the comparison when I was talking to Steph. Randy Orton's punt kick. Remember the punt kick? When he used to do that thing in the corner and he used to like, start frothing at the mouth and the guy would get on all fours and he would just run and punt that nigga right in the fucking head. Like something like that. You know, like don't do it all the time, but when you do it, that's a gurney. You gotta pull the board out. That's it, done. Put his arm on his side like me, like when I broke my arm. Put the arm on the fucking side and take him out of here. He's a done deal. He's done for the night. Clocked out. That's it. He's finished. And then he finishes Chad with, I forgot what they called it, but I know it as cradle shock. That's a Chris Sabin move where you hook like in a suplex. You do like a driver and sit down with it. 1, 2, 3. I don't like that as a finish because I know Penta is hella strong like bull. This is the guy that Gunther said. You don't like my chops? Don't get hit by Penta. You know, you think Gunther said that. Gunther said you would rather get chopped by me. Don't get chopped by Penta, because Penta's gonna fuck you up. Like he's gonna stop your heart, nigga. Like you're finished. You're done. And so like, I know he's a tough guy and I know he's strong as hell, but it's the perception of it. He can hit Chad Gable with that. He's not hitting Kane or he's not hitting Omos. He's not hitting big dudes with that move. So I don't know if that's going to be his finish moving forward. I don't even know if the Destroyer is, but if you're going to do something, I'd rather do the Destroyer than that. And I don't even like flip pile drivers, but nobody in WWE does them. So, like, he's famous for them. So that kind of fits. So I'm like, it's not like I knew he wasn't going to be able to keep the package pile driver. Because if they're not going to let Kevin Owens do it, they're not going to let Penta do it. But then I saw Kevin Owens do it at Saturday Night Main Event, so I thought maybe the door was open, but it doesn't look like it. He went with that driver instead. But I'm like, I don't know if that's the way you want to go, brother. And then
let him work and let him cook.
Let him cook. Let's see.
He's got to change up his style a little bit here. But
oh yeah, which is another beautiful thing, because if you notice, he didn't keep up the speed and tempo of a Penta match. He wrestled. They had him wrestle. He still did his shit. He still dove over the top rope, but he sold his leg, right? Chad got him really good on the leg. He was selling the leg. He was slapping on it, trying to get feeling back into it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. He was doing the whole baby face deal where he was just, come on. He was like trying to get the audience into it. I go off the top rope. And he was wrestling.
Yeah.
working
The cool
a
thing is
match.
I'm already excited for the moment where something is happening and he can't, and he's getting jumped, and then his fucking brother comes out and
There it
the place
is.
is gonna
Yeah.
explode, dude. I can't wait.
Lucha Brothers in the house. I can't fucking wait for
Oh
it.
my
Oh,
god.
I was a little nervous at first. I think I said a few episodes back that if the Lucha Bros did come to WWE, it'd be a big mistake because I just didn't know who they would work based on that style. But now that I've seen him mix it up and kind of acclimate to other people's shit, I'm a lot more confident now that this could be really, really good.
But you know what? Everything happens for a reason, dude. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe they just kind of, who knows? Maybe he's going there and getting the feel for us. Like, brother, you got to get up here. It's so much better than we thought it would have been.
Yeah.
Like then they're talking to other tag teams, and then we got a chance to bring in some more tag teams before he gets there.
Man.
Next, oh, dude, come on, please, Triple H, make the tag team good. It would be so nice to have
That's actually
tag team division to care about.
That's actually been a criticism of Triple H so far because so far we've had 2 Raws on Netflix, 0 tag matches.
Because
Zero.
What, though? It's not there.
Yeah, it's not there. It's not ready yet.
Sure. New Day, sure. But, like, you know what? I would even argue, let's get New Day. I promise you, if we can get New Day some talent, they would be just as good.
It would freshen up New Day.
Yes.
I like the idea of New Day and the Lucha Bros.
The new angle they're kind of going
Oh,
with
with the heel deal?
Dude.
Oh, fuck yeah. Babyface Lucha Bros against a heel New Day? Oh, my God.
So good.
Yeah.
You see them did so much possibilities, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're cooking this year, man. 40 did not let us down, man. I'm telling you. 40 was a launch pad. I'm telling you, we got to talk about. We literally got to dedicate an entire episode of a seasonal recap of this shit because there's so much to talk about.
I'm down for it. Hey, do you want to set it up? I'll do it.
Yeah. Towards Mania. We'll have a lot more to talk. Yep. When we get closer to end of season. That's what it's gonna be. And if it works out well,
that's our season finale leading up to WrestleMania.
Season like right before WrestleMania, it don't gotta be right before, but like somewhere within that time frame, we need to do a whole episode on from 40 to that point, storylines changes, winners, losers, and that I think that would be dope.
How about we both do it, compare notes? Because there might be some shit that I thought about that you didn't, and then some shit you thought about that I didn't.
Oh, no. We definitely need to like, hey, these are the things I'm looking at, and then we can just make a show out of it.
Okay.
And we can just give and take which ones are. Let's cut this one out. Let's talk. You know what I mean? Or we'll talk like we'll figure it out.
Okay.
We're backstage and live right now.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, we got to do it.
We're pulling that curtain back.
The reason why I'm being so adamant about this right now is because of how well they've been doing. They have some else. They do. But it's just been fun to watch this entire year, man. It's been good.
Okay. All right. Let's fucking do it then. All right. So also, since we're talking about it's a little bit of a downturn, but, let's get real here.